juices flowing like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a team from the American, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Pirates ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Oh, they're after him! Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. That's the 20. He's got space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Herd! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So East Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Pirates.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he tacks on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Walker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Quick release on the RPO. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put him in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Quarterback keeps it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. Really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Marshall needs a near miracle on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Wallace. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just... to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Thundering Herd was stuck with some tough field position, but now a chance to get a drive going. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Marshall! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up for the touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. He now has 84 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the Pirates come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Wallace. The short hands. It's Figueroa. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, Dave.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
They'll go to the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's the pressure. Slings it downfield. He's open on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Coming out with it, it's Martin. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. already going back and forth, and they have a 3-point lead up 17-14. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Rides the back on the option to give. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Stevens. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
Looking to throw, it's Wallace. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll try to add another to the... Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense. First and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Scanning the field, it's Wallace. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows if that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Bring in the heat. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It'll be third and long. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Pirates line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force.
Got room on the return. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Pirates, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Pirates have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Smith dropping to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's White. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Marshall quick to the line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Figueroa. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too... And as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on him.
Looking to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this. For the offense, they've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Wallace. Gets it out quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurd!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Pirates will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Wallace. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short in the first. Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd lob to lock him up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Good timing on the quick out. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Looking to throw on first down. On the move and looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Smith wants to throw. With the catch, it's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Pirates come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Got it in the middle, it's Snow. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Pirates, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Pirates are marching down the field. The option look. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitchman free, and he was off to the races. He now has 111 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Quickly complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up for 12. And the Pirates started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Pirates. They take the lead with the 6. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Get him on the ground at the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Wallace. Zips it out to his man. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Figueroa.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so simple.
There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
To the ground, he's got it again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Marshall! Great job by the back on the option.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Smith wants to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Sends it back in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Quick spin on the ride. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyway.
Stadium buzzing. Kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a score. Turning it on! Pass to 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Purple Pirates!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 38 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. From the shotgun, the inside give. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
It's on target and complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
To the air, it's Wallace. Pressure coming. Complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, ECU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Walker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking to throw, it's Wallace. Makes the grab. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
He's got his man, makes the grab. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Marshall lines up just needing a few inches on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They will get it. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Wallace. Makes the grab on the left.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw again. On target. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Out of the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Marshall quick to the line. He'll throw on 3rd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Herd.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. To the air, it's Wallace. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Give as they work on that clock. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pirates can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Montgomery. Oh, what a cut! Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Pirates send out the punt unit. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. These are the games, these are the moments, this is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big one.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking for a man. It's Wallace. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start.